My name's Siobhan Mansfield. I'm currently a second year teacher at Warana Park Primary School in Dandenong North. I've been here now for 2 years. Last year I was teaching in 3-4, this year in grade 4. And the year before that I was here as a student teacher as part of the Warana Park internship program. I was really excited by the opportunity to come and work at Warana Park Primary School and the learning spaces that were here and the way that the curriculum was delivered. The purpose of my presentation was to show some senior members of staff how my educational philosophies and beliefs were linking with what we were doing in the classroom, both individually and as a unit, and what my plans were for the future and where I would like to head at Warana Park. The key points that I really wanted to make clear to the leadership team was my educational philosophies and beliefs about students really taking ownership of their work, making sure that they are engaged by the curriculum and they're investigating their own curiosities, to also link to authentic experiences and creating skills they'll use not only in further years of school but in the community and in life, and to talk about how we were transitioning our students from one year to the next. Starting off today, I've got a few things that I wanted to talk about that we're doing in grade 4 that are helping to support the students with skills they'll need for the 5-6 unit. The students have been running their own class meetings, so every week they meet together. They have different roles again, so there's a leader, there's questioners, and they have a chance to discuss things that are going on both inside the unit and outside in the playground, and talk about issues that are happening and how they're going to solve these issues, what they've liked about the week, what they perhaps haven't liked, and to be able to feed back to us any new ideas or provocations they could add to the unit or things they'd like to see happen in the timetable the following week. So I'd like to increase the amount of student ownership that's happening in the grade 4 unit. I think that the grade 4s would be ready in the coming years to be able to run a peer mediation program, to be able to do things like use the food that's in the kitchen garden to create food they could sell within the school. I think our students have really taken on board the newsletter and have been really willing to run the newsletter committee, and I think that in the coming years in the grade 4 unit, I'd like to see the students really taking ownership of the blog and making sure that they are driving the blog and not us. Within the school, we are greatly encouraged to reflect upon what we've done and to model to students how it's so important as a learner to reflect upon what you're doing and to stop and to think about, okay, what could I have done differently? What do I need to change? How can I progress to the next step? We are very encouraged to speak to other mentors in our team, but also within other teams. It's not that you can only speak to the teachers that are within your team and their expertise. We're really encouraged to share and channel with other teachers around the school to talk to them about how we could improve. And it's quite often we'll go to teachers and say, oh, I'm doing a lesson on this. What would be your suggestions that we could do in this lesson?
I'm just giving you a little bit of feedback on your presentation, which was delivered to the leadership team. First of all, I think you've done a great job because as the year has progressed, we've had lots of conversations about some of the rich experiences that can take place both at grade 4 and 5-6. I feel that your presentation really captured the active component of the curriculum and the student sort of ownership. Yep. And I think that's the bit that really appealed to leadership, more importantly, that the kids are getting a chance to participate in the development of the curriculum. Yep. They're getting to see how some of their thinking is actually related to the world outside. And through the different programs that you've been running, the children get a chance also to see how they are very much active citizens at a young age. Really great job. How did you feel at the time when you were delivering some of those things?
I felt a bit nervous. No, I'm happy with what was said and the response from leadership. I have really loved the fact that we've been able to take a risk and take a challenge and see what happens. And I'd like to encourage that to continue later in my career and see what we can achieve in the grade 4 unit the next coming years. So it's exciting. The presentation itself I was very happy with. I think that it showcase what I have done at this school, but also show that there are many things that I'd like to continue to do as my teaching career continues on.